Hey, what's up, Sci-Bono friends? It's your boy PK coming to you from Gauteng's #1 and best destination for your birthday celebration and science everything. In this week's subject, we're going to be focusing on visual and auditory learning. Because there's a whole lot of information, we're going to split it into 2 parts. Now come along and let's learn about learning. It's great to be here, Lidi Chomitsaka, Walt, Kanye, and Hello. Boy, have some manners. We have guests.
Sorry guys. Welcome to Sci-Bono Live. I'm really excited for this week's episode. What crazy adventures are we getting up to this week?
Today, we're going to be learning about how our brain works and our preferred learning styles, learning new information.
Sure, that sounds serious. PK, what do you mean learning styles? Is it like a haircut, e-chiscob, fade, or braids?
No, Kanye. Learning style is how you take in or learn new information from the moment you open your eyes through your studies and beyond. Learning about learning is something everyone should do, from kids to adults. Maximizing your dominant learning style is vital because it helps you to learn much better and quicker and become successful in your own studies.
All I know is that I study better after eating.
Stella, can you ever be serious? PK, you mentioned dominant learning styles. What are those and how many styles are there?
There are 4 learning styles. We've got visual, auditory, reading, and kinesthetic learning. But this week, we're going to be focusing on visual and auditory learning. Fasten your seatbelt. A visual learner appreciates color. You'll notice they are attracted to objects that are bright and colorful. They learn information better when it's presented in graphs and charts. They understand facts and figures when they're presented in a visual form. They learn new information better when it's presented in your diagrams, not a whole lot of words or dense text. They are very skillful when it comes to understanding maps much quicker than anyone else. And that makes learning much easier for them. To sum it all up, visual learners, they are learning quite well when they're presented with your diagrams, pictures, and charts. Learners with a preference for auditory learning learn much better from debates, discussions, and brainstorming because they take in new information from hearing others speak. They also love to ask lots of questions. They have very inquiring minds. They love to listen to stories and remember every detail. They also love guest speakers and love playing recordings over and over again for them to remember every detail.
Oh, that was so fascinating. I never knew that about myself. I think it's really cool when you find out new information about yourself. But you know what? I'm getting flashbacks from high school, but more varsity. Trying to get all that dense, huge amount of information in my head. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But Skalo, what was your experience like?
Oh man, I hope your memories are good memories of school because mine are just a bunch of nightmares.
Right? Same goes for me, guys. It actually reminds me of my school days back home in the Eastern Cape.
So, well, share with us, what kind of a learner were you?
Sure. So I am a Joburg born and bred girl, and I went to a school that was pretty cool. We focused on visual and auditory learning as well. But I definitely know that I was more of a visual student. I loved colors, glitters, pictures. I learned better than that. When it came to sound, I wasn't good at all. I usually used to trail off into my own world. And then at the age of 8 years old, I discovered music, which was amazing. And that usually worked more on the auditory side. And then I decided, let me go to university to study music and a little bit of film, and the inclusion of visual and auditory needed to mend together. It wasn't really easy, but I figured it out eventually.
Wow, girl. So nice to hear about your journey.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. But all of that talk of colors is just making me hungry. It's making me think about my mommy's 7-star lip smacking 7 colors lunch.
My gosh. Stella, you always add it with food. You and your stomach, bro. You eat too much.
Come on, boy. How about you take us back when you were a little boy?
Well, I'm definitely a Sharks man, a pure Zulu man from KZN, and I'm very, very proud of my heritage and its history. My Zulu culture has a very rich history in storytelling, and as a result, I fell in love with words and telling stories at a very young age. Whenever a guest speaker came to Potchefstroom in junior primary school, my junior school, I was always at the front and I always made sure that I was there asking questions. Sometimes too many questions, as my teachers would say. But I think that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with acting, because I always loved telling stories and words at an early age. Like Walt said, when I came to Johannesburg to study acting at WITS, I had to add visual learning into my package because our industry is always demanding of visual and auditory learning. I'm definitely a guy that listens. Well, most of the time.
Aw, you were so cute when you were little. What happened now?
Can you play nicely, too?
Okay.
Well, that was our first 2 learning styles. On our next episode, we're going to be learning about reading and kinesthetic learners. We will then have enough knowledge to make sure all our friends understand and know their dominant learning style. Isn't our brain the most amazing thing?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a whole episode regarding that matter.
Simply put, there are multiple learning styles. People also have personal preferences when it comes to learning styles. However, do not limit yourself when it comes to those styles. I'm sure there's a whole lot inside of you that you did not know about. There's also new material that people learn. Sometimes they need to learn it over and over again. I'm one of those people. Things such as diagrams, texts, words, touch, and even sound.
Did you know that the human brain grows 3 times its size in the first year of a child's life?
Wow, I definitely did. Well, did you know that the human brain will grow until we're about 18 years old?
Oh. Wow.
Did you know that there are more than 100 billion neurons in the brain?
What is a neuron?
Okay, well, a neuron is a cell that is a messenger to the brain telling us how to hear, feel, and see. Neurons also connect the brain to the outside world. How cool is that?
Oh, wow. Let's see if you can guess this.
Okay.
Do you know which animal in the world has the smallest brain?
You know what? I've heard a lot of people say that person has bad brain. So I'm thinking it's a bird?
Wrong. The smallest animal, a mammal, which is a warm-blooded creature, is the Etruscan shrew, which weighs 64 milligrams. And you can actually find those in the warmer parts of Europe and Asia.
Oh, this thing is so cute.
Yeah, right?
Okay, friends, I have another Did You Know fact for you.
Bring it on.
Well, you're not gonna get it. Bring it on. Okay, here's a clue. I'm gonna give you a nice clue, actually.
Okay.
So, which animal on land or sea has the biggest brain?
That's so simple. It's an elephant.
Wow. I said sea. I even looked at you and you're saying an elephant. Very, very wrong. It's actually a sperm whale and its brain weighs 9 kilograms. Dude, that is big.
Yeah, that's so huge.
Exactly. Please apologize for saying I'm gonna get it.
Sorry, guys.
You know, the fun facts really make me think, guys. Like, how do our brains really work?
Hello everyone,
we are currently at the Career Center, and I'm so lucky. I have the opportunity to speak to Margot Groenewald, who's going to walk me through the Career Center. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Walt. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you, and welcome to our amazing show. So can you tell us a little bit more about the Career Center?
Sure, no problem. At the Science Career Center, we pretty much offer career information, guidance, counseling to the schooling community within Gauteng. The two core channels for the career information part of what we do would be our walk-in Career Center library. The second part would be the career information presentations, which are presented to school learners by our on-site facilitators.
Okay.
Okay. We also offer special programs, one of which is quite popular is our annual Girl Learner program. And then we also offer career guidance and counseling sessions for those learners who need a little bit more support in terms of their careers. And then we also have the added kind of value service of our career, well, it's more therapy and counseling sessions, whether it be for career or for any learners or individuals that are experiencing some personal challenges that they need help with.
Remember that we've been focusing on visual and auditory learning, right? So when it comes to the library, I've heard things about there being a library at the Career Center. I do not know how I feel about that. But how do you guys include visual and auditory learning within the Career Center?
Great question, Walt. Obviously, in the line of work that we do, we are very aware of different learning styles for each learner, and we do try to accommodate that wherever we can.
Okay. What else does Sci-Bono offer beyond just the Career Center?
They offer a lot. There's a lot going on at Sci-Bono. It's an awesome day out for a family, not just school group bookings. So what we have is obviously with our people taking advantage of the presentations for career information. That could be coupled with a nice science center tour with one of our science communicators.
What can I experience at the Career Center?
Great. So what you would typically do is you'd end up at the walk-in center, so at the library that you referred to.
Yes.
And either you could conduct the research on your own if you're looking for some career research. We've got our fully equipped computers there to assist with that. You could also make use of one of our guidance practitioners who are there on site to assist you with any career information you need. From that point, if you feel that you need something further and you're really not sure, you would then be referred to obtain career assessment services or career counseling services. That being also the therapy and counseling services involved in that.
Thank you so much for joining us right here on our live platform, Margot. We're going to see you at the Career Center eventually, right?
Absolutely.
Is that a promise?
Yes.
Okay, we'll have to like pinky apes. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have come to the end of our show, guys. But in the next episode, we'll be covering reading and kinesthetic learning, and maybe a little bit more about our brains. And we also have a surprise or two for you guys.
A surprise?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love surprises. Well, this episode has been amazing. I've learned so much about myself. My life journey started out as a visual learner, and then eventually it was more auditory as well, which was really cool. Guys, our brains are something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But you guys are always tempting me with food. Whose birthday cake is this?
Well, no one here, but Sci-Bono is Gauteng's most fun spot for you, our friends, to come and celebrate your birthday party.
You're very right, PK. We also have about 400 exhibits right here, and one of them being theatre and performance, which is us. And you can also check out our 5 3D art exhibitions right here at Sci-Bono.
Well, you can book, phone, or email in advance. The contacts are showing on the screen. But it's time for an end. Sanitize, stay safe, and keep a safe distance.
The cake!
Whoa. No droplets on the cake, still. Guys, I want you to
Guys, our guest.
Oh, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.